Sometimes you sit down to learn English and something inside you feels a little heavy. Yeah, you open a video, you try to focus, but after a few minutes, your mind starts drifting away. Your eyes are looking at the screen, but your brain is somewhere else. And maybe you quietly think, why is this so hard for me? That feeling is very common. Many English learners feel it. Sometimes you feel behind. Sometimes you feel slow. Sometimes you feel like everyone else understands more than you. And that feeling can be really uncomfortable. But if you feel that way right now, I want you to hear something important. You are not alone.
Yeah, not at all. Actually, I think many people today feel this kind of mental tiredness, not only with English, but with everything. Phones, notifications, short videos, endless scrolling. Our brains are getting a lot of fast information every day, and slowly, without noticing, our attention becomes weaker.
Right. Some people even use a funny phrase for this feeling. They call it brain rot. It sounds dramatic, but the idea is simple. When we consume too much fast, short content, our brain becomes tired. It becomes harder to focus on slower things, like reading, like learning, like listening carefully.
Exactly. And language learning is actually a slow activity. You can't rush it. Your brain needs time to absorb words, to hear patterns, to build confidence.
But here is the good news. Your brain is not broken. It's just tired. And today, we're going to talk about something surprisingly powerful. Hobbies. Simple hobbies. Little activities you do just for enjoyment. Drawing, reading, walking, cooking, writing, playing music. These small things can actually protect your brain. They slow your mind down. They help you focus again. And they can even make learning English feel easier.
Yeah, and honestly, hobbies might be one of the best defenses against brain rot.
So if you're feeling tired, distracted, or a little overwhelmed with learning English, take a breath. You're in a safe place. This podcast is slow. It's calm. You don't have to understand every word. Just relax and listen. And if this space helps you feel comfortable while learning English, you can subscribe to Boost English, the podcast, because every episode is designed to help you feel more confident little by little.
So, welcome to Boost English, the podcast. If you're new here, this is a place where we learn English through calm conversation. We speak slowly, we use simple words, and we try to make English feel friendly, not stressful.
Yeah, because learning works much better when you feel relaxed. When your brain feels safe, it learns faster. But when you feel anxious or pressured, learning becomes harder. So here, we slow things down.
And today we're talking about hobbies. A hobby is something you do in your free time, just for enjoyment, not for work, not for money, just because you like it.
Exactly. Maybe you like painting. Maybe you like reading stories. Maybe you enjoy cooking new recipes, or walking outside, or learning guitar. These are hobbies. And you might be thinking, what does this have to do with learning English? Yeah, good question. Actually, hobbies are amazing for your brain. When you do a hobby, your mind focuses on one thing. You slow down. You become present.
Right. Instead of jumping between 10 apps, 10 videos, 10 messages, your brain stays in one activity.
And that calm focus is perfect for learning, because language learning is not about speed. It's about repetition, exposure, patience.
It's a little like watering a plant. You don't rush the plant. You don't shout at the plant. You just give it water, sunlight, and time.
And slowly, quietly, it grows. English works the same way. A little listening, a little speaking, a little reading, every day. And hobbies help create this calm rhythm.
So today we'll explore why hobbies help protect your brain and how they can support your English learning journey. And remember, you don't need to understand everything today. Just listen, relax, and enjoy the conversation.
You know, Liam, I think many people feel guilty about hobbies. Like, if they're not being productive, they feel they're wasting time.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling. Sometimes I sit down to read a book and a little voice in my head says, you should be doing something more useful.
Exactly. But the funny thing is, hobbies are useful. They help our brain relax.
Yeah, it's like mental oxygen.
I remember a time when I spent hours scrolling on my phone, short videos, one after another. You say just 5 minutes, but suddenly it's an hour.
Oh yeah, that happens to me too.
And after that, my brain didn't feel relaxed. It felt empty.
Yeah, like your attention is gone.
Exactly. But then I started a small hobby, very small. I began writing in a notebook every evening, just a few sentences, nothing special.
That's actually a great habit.
And slowly, something changed. My thoughts became clearer. My mind became quieter.
That makes sense. Writing forces your brain to slow down. You think, you choose words, you reflect.
And hobbies like that reconnect you with your attention.
Yeah, and the nice thing is, hobbies don't judge you,
Right. No exam, no score, no pressure.
which is actually perfect for language learners.
Exactly. Learning English can also feel like a hobby, curious, relaxed, a little playful.
Not like a stressful test.
Section 4. Metaphors and Emotional Depth.
You know, learning a language is a lot like a journey.
Yeah, not a race, a journey.
Sometimes the road is easy, sometimes it's slow, sometimes you feel lost, but every step still moves you forward.
I like another metaphor too. Learning English is like writing a book. Your life is the story, and every year is a new chapter.
That's beautiful, actually.
At first, the chapter might be confusion, lots of new words, lots of mistakes.
But later, another chapter appears. Small understanding, small confidence.
Exactly. And hobbies are like resting places on the journey, places where your mind can relax.
Because if you walk forever without resting, you become exhausted.
And our brains are the same. They need calm moments, creative moments, moments without pressure.
That's why hobbies protect us from brain rot.
They slow the river of information. Instead of a fast flood, your mind becomes a calm stream.
And in calm water, things become clear.
Section 5. Practical micro-actions. So let's talk about a few simple actions you can try. Very small ones.
Yeah, tiny steps work best.
First, choose one hobby, just one. Maybe reading one page, maybe writing 3 sentences, maybe sketching for 10 minutes.
Tiny is powerful.
Second, connect your hobby with English.
For example, if you like cooking, watch a cooking video in English.
If you like walking, listen to an English podcast.
Maybe even this one.
Exactly. Third, keep your time small, 10 minutes a day. That's enough.
Because easy habits grow.
Fourth, remove pressure. Your hobby is not a performance. It's just time for your mind.
And finally, be consistent. A little every day is stronger than a lot once a week.
Section 6. Vocabulary and Phrase Tour.
Let's review some words we used today.
First phrase, brain rot.
This describes a tired, foggy brain after too much fast content.
Example, after watching short videos all night, I feel brain rot.
Second word, hobby.
A hobby is an activity you enjoy in your free time.
Example, photography is my favorite hobby.
Third word, overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed means feeling like something is too much.
Example, I felt overwhelmed when I started learning English.
Fourth word, focus.
Focus means paying attention to one thing.
Example, it's easier to focus when my phone is far away.
Fifth word, consistent.
Consistent means doing something regularly.
Example, consistent practice improves your English.
Section 7, emotional reassurance and soft outro. Before we finish today, let's pause for a moment. Take a slow breath.
Maybe you're listening while walking. Maybe you're sitting somewhere comfortable. Maybe you're studying, or maybe you're just relaxing. Wherever you are, it's nice that you spent this time with us.
Yeah, it really is. And if there's one small idea we hope you remember from today, it's this. Learning English does not always have to feel like studying. Sometimes it can simply feel like living your life.
Exactly. Reading something you enjoy, cooking a new recipe, drawing in a notebook, listening to music, going for a quiet walk. These small moments can also become English practice.
And the beautiful thing is, when learning happens this way, it feels natural, not forced.
Right. You're not chasing perfection. You're just allowing English to slowly enter your world.
And that slow process is actually very powerful.
You know, sometimes people think progress must be big to matter, but that's not true.
Not at all.
Progress can be very quiet. Maybe today you understood one new word. Maybe tomorrow you recognize a sentence you've heard before.
Maybe next week you feel a little more confident speaking.
Maybe next month you feel a little less fear about speaking.
Those small moments are real progress.